welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very big and very exciting haul. I know I say that every time, but this one really is grand. There are 7 fragrances to get to. They were all majorly discounted from either Winners, Marshalls, or Shoppers. So we're just gonna get into it. I went away I took a kind of mini staycation and I went a little crazy. I don't know what it is about being away from home. I go even crazier than usual. So anything I found that was even remotely interesting and on a deal, I picked up. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So the first one is a fragrance I've actually seen a couple times. I've heard about it offhand more times than I ever thought I would for a Banana Republic scent, but it's always stuck at the back of my mind, and I was kind of like adamant that I wouldn't pick it up, but it seems like all it took was for me to need to go on a little holiday because I picked it up. So what I'm talking about is a Rosewood by Banana Republic. I believe it's been discontinued now, but people just keep talking about how amazing it is and how it's like so sad that it's been discontinued, and pick it up if you see it, and how incredible they think it smells like. And I've always seen the smaller bottles. There's 100 ml. So I really did jump in the deep end. They only list 3 notes. It's bergamot, amber, and tea. So we'll just discover it together, but basically I gave in. It was around $20 only. So, you know, no harm, no foul. Like I said, these were all on deals, but here's what it looks like. I've seen it in videos and photos before. It's got kind of like a, I don't know, spaceship-y type vibe. And I mean, note-wise, it seemed totally up my alley. I mean, I love all 3 of those scents, but I don't think I've ever owned a scent from Banana Republic. So I think this is a first from the house. So even though I have medium expectations from Banana Republic, I have high expectations from this because the hype is real. So let's see. Wait. Now hold on a second, because that smells great. Oh my God, it's so... Okay, I definitely smell tea, but it's got like such a warm and yet bright amber to it. Okay, I think... I'm not saying that it smells like this, but there's a part of this, and it might just be the amber, that's giving me Secret Obsession by Calvin Klein, but they're not the same at all. Like, I don't know why for a second it reminded me of that, but this is a lot brighter. And there's no tea in Secret Obsession at all. Like, this is actually an interesting twist. I have to say, I had very low expectations. I was really expecting this to smell quite generic. I like it. I mean, I don't think it's out of this world, the most unique thing ever, but I really do like it. There's such a brightness to that amber. Like, it's warm, but it's not so, I don't know, like it's not very resinous or like medicinal or deep. Like, there's a brightness there. The tea note is really cool because it's like a bit unexpected, I think. I wouldn't say it's super citrusy of an opening with that bergamot, but it's a little sweet, but it's not sickly. I like it. Oh my gosh. I'll definitely be wearing this. This is the kind of fragrance, and let me know if you guys know what I mean, but this is the kind of fragrance where if you smell it on someone else, and if it's like their signature scent or something, like you could just think that person just smells good. Like, this smells the way, this is such a niche thing to say, but this smells like your favorite teacher at school. Like your favorite female teacher at school. It smells like this. Like, it's kind of comforting. It's not so out of place because I don't imagine your teacher would smell like something super unique or niche or like indie. She would just smell nice and like kind of comforting, but kind of bright. And I hope you guys know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but long story short, I love Rosewood. Wow, that was such a good way to start this haul, especially because I had very low expectations, or at least minimal expectations. But anyways, that one was great. The second one is another fragrance I have put off forever. Like I never thought I would own it. And that it's really more of a collection, and I never thought I'd own any fragrances from the Cosmopolitan juice line. There's 4 of them, I believe. And for those of you in Canada, like they sell these at Shoppers, and I forget, but they're like 60 something, or they're more expensive than I think they should be. They look like they should be $10.99 bottle wise. And I don't remember which ones. I'm probably thinking the pink and the blue, like way back when these first came out. I remember smelling them and they smelled horrible, like sour juice. And so I just kind of wrote off the whole line. Like they were way too expensive for what they looked like. And from what I remember, I hated the notes. But I found this white one, which is called Love Unfiltered. The brand is called Eau de Juice. And this one was so inexpensive at Marshall's. And then I was like, okay, that's the kind of price it should be. I forget now how much it was. Maybe probably around 20 again, like 19 or something. And I'm like, all right, that's a big jump from what it used to be. That's way more reasonably priced. I thought to myself, it's probably like it could be like a $19.99 shelf fragrance. Let me just try it out. And this one lists red berries, mandarin, freesia, star jasmine petals, blonde woods, and amber. The amber really saves this fragrance in my book anyways, I hope. Okay, wow, after many a struggle, a broken nail, some blood, some real blood, sweat, and tears genuinely went into opening this up. And I'm afraid it will be a total waste because you guys heard my story. I wasn't even that excited about this one. Be forewarned, they pack this in like government plastic or something. It's ridiculous. But anyways, let's discover it together. Let's see. So this is what it looks like. The little straw thing is admittedly kitschy, but it doesn't spray out of there. It actually sprays out of here. So, and what do you know? The sprayer, okay, it worked, but it took a while. You guys. Okay, first things first, it definitely starts out with like an alcoholic shot of a scent. It's not that it smells bad per se. It just doesn't smell that good. I actually am wondering, I do want to compare it to Twin by Azzaro. It's giving me Twin by Azzaro vibes, and not in a good way. I think this is the kind of fragrance because it feels like it's got a really high alcohol content, even though it's an eau de parfum apparently. Yeah, I need to let it settle. Like the more it stays on my skin, the better it does smell. It kind of smells just like clean, musky and fruity, but I don't know. I'm also tainted by the fact that I literally have like a bloody nail opening this. But it's all right. I'm gonna let it sit. We will obviously put all of these in order by the end, but right now it's just, if it's smelling, it does smell a bit better than Twin by Azzaro because it doesn't have that whatever is in that bothers me, but yeah, they smell pretty close. And if it's just another one of those, like I've got enough of that to keep me going, but for, $19, $20, that seems like a reasonable price for this. I would not pick this up full price at all, nor do I think it's worth its full price. All right, now speaking of the 1999 shelf, I actually found two really great ones on the shelf. I will say for all my Canadian viewers, these are not like province-wide, Canada-wide deals. They are just in select stores that have way too much stock of these, so no need to rush to your nearest location, but just keep an eye out. And I was floored when I saw it. So, well, there was a men's fragrance and a women's fragrance. We'll start with the men's, and it's a Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's Le Male. So it's in the 75 ml, so it's in the full size. God bless me, I really should have opened these beforehand. I'll be back and I'm gonna open this. Okay, no more bloody nails. We got this one open, but here's what it looks like. And I've definitely smelled this before, so it's not like it was a total 100% blind buy, but for the life of me, you guys, I just can't remember. I remember it was like kind of sweet, and I remember I liked it, but you know, I never picked it up. And for $19.99, I mean, you can't really go wrong. So I'm gonna get it out of its base. There we go. And this one lists cardamom, lavender, iris, vanilla, oriental notes, and woodsy notes. Here's what it looks like, true to form for Jean Paul Gaultier. It's very much a bust of a man, and it has that kind of grenade stopper thing. So let's rediscover this one together, because I definitely not smelled the first two, but this one, like through the years, I've certainly smelled it. I just cannot remember. Oh my God. Yeah, these are very, like, even the men's fragrances from Jean Paul Gaultier I find to be quite sweet. I think that house just has an affinity for super sweet fragrances, and if you like that, then great. As a woman, you can wear it. Because of that, I find that as men's fragrances are, I mean, you guys know I say everything's unisex, but I find that they're even more unisex friendly because they're quite sweet. So I know a lot of women that actually like the men's fragrances from Jean Paul Gaultier also to wear themselves. And obviously men like it as well. I find it has like a really beautiful, like soapy lavender, which I really like. I completely remember now this fragrance, and I think, yeah, I think it's really lovely. And it's clean without being barbershoppy, so if that's not your vibe, then you don't have to worry. And it's got like a very sweet vanilla. Even the woods aren't like, it's not like these rich, dark, earthy woods. Everything's like sweet and nice and a little soapy, a little clean. In my opinion, more unisex than you'd think for kind of a typical run-of-the-mill men's fragrance because of that sweetness of the vanilla and like the soapy lavender. But yeah, and especially like with the bottle, the packaging, and the name, I would have imagined, or you might imagine, a more like ultra masculine scent, but in general, I think it's yeah, it's really, really nice. And I'm really happy now to have it as part of my collection, especially for that price. You cannot beat that for Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. All right, so moving on. Actually, before we move on, I did want to mention that this is Le Male. I do own, because you may remember, I think it's Ultra Male by Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's in a darker, almost like black bottle. And that one I think is really nice as well. It's definitely got that sweetness that I talk about. Off the top of my head, this one is a softer scent and it's a little bit soapier, and that one's a bit of a richer, like, yeah, it's richer. It doesn't have that like soapy lavender vibe that this has, or like the soft powdery, slightly powdery iris that this has as well, but they're both definitely sweet, and I will now definitely wear both. So I just wanted to mention that. The other one, the women's fragrance that I found on the 1999 shelf, is a Bvlgari fragrance, and you guys know I'm a big fan of the brand, or the house I should say, and this one I'd never seen before. I have gotten a lot of, or I think all my Olympia fragrances in the little like 30 mils I've gotten from shoppers throughout the years, and I've loved all of them. But this one, I almost passed it because I'm like, oh, it's just another Olympia. It's not. It's the Rose Goldea, and it's from the Charms collection, and it's those 25 mils, like I said, not 30 mils, sorry. And I'd never seen this one before, and this one is definitely more expensive. Here's what it looks like. I love the way these open up, and I've seen full bottles of this on sale at Marshall's for near full price. Like, I was kind of shocked. So I never picked it up, but you know, the 25 mil was just $19.99 on the shelf. So again, keep your eyes open for that. This one lists rose, musk, pomegranate, bergamot, peony, jasmine, peach, musk, sandalwood, almond, and vanilla. So I don't think I've ever tried any of the Goldea scents. I know there's like a black Goldea that I see at Winners too. The rose and black Goldea show up at Winners and Marshalls all the time, but they're almost full price, so it's always made me shy away. But this seems to be like a rosy scent, so yeah, I mean, it's very rose heavy. I would say it's kind of, it smells as though it's like a melange of roses, some a little bit more green, some a little bit more fresh. I do get peony in there, but the peony isn't, it's not overwhelmingly strong. Sometimes rose peony scents tend to favor peony, which I don't like. But this seems like they're balanced, if not more rose heavy, which is nice. I don't get any pomegranate per se. I love pomegranate and I love the smell. I would say it's pretty rose peony heavy. I hope with time it might settle more into that vanilla and musk, but right now, because it did list musk twice, like there's double the musk in this. For now, this is nice. I would say for, again, $19.99, it is totally worth it. These are great to travel with, these 25 mils. They like pack so light. They're usually, all these 25 mils tend to be of fragrances that are pretty like office or travel friendly, especially if you're traveling for work. And yeah, I've finished like all of my Bvlgari 25 mils while traveling, and I recommend them all the time for people. I prefer these than like taking a roller ball. That drives me crazy. But this, it's like pretty much the same amount of space you were gonna save anyways. Sure, roller balls are thinner, but this I'll actually like enjoy and get to smell myself, and roller balls, I don't get to do that. So love that. I would say it's pretty generic. Other ones have blown me away more, but let's keep it moving. The next one, we're back to Marshalls now. The next three actually, I picked up at Marshalls, not even in the fragrance section, but on the sales rack. So they had like Marshalls pricing, and then they were all reg tagged. So they were very cheap as well. So this one was down to being, I think, again, around $20. And I just couldn't pass it up. And I know it's like not at all in season, but CK1 Summer, and I'm just realizing right now it says Discover stickers on the back of the box, which is true. They are here. So I guess you can peel and reveal your stickers and decorate your box, which maybe I'll do, maybe I won't. But this is supposed to be kind of a more summery flanker of CK1. And I loved CK1. I finished like 2 bottles, I think. It's very 90s. So here, wow, I didn't know the color was gonna be, I thought that was just the box. Okay, this is my obsession. I adore this color. It's one of my favorite colors of all time, if not my favorite. Like blue-green shades are to die for. This lists watery notes, lemon, grapefruit, rhubarb, watermelon, eucalyptus, peach, white woods, and ambroxan. And like with my original CK1 Summer comes with the atomizer separate. So you just have to put it in, and then it doesn't have a cap in case that bothers you. But here she is. I mean, I'm loving the bottle, and it's kind of, I don't want to say soft touch, but it's like, because it's painted on, it's got this like softness to it that I'm really for. Scent wise, let's see if it matches the vibe. Oh, okay. Immediately, this could easily be a Acqua di Parma scent. It's got a really beautiful like pretty strong grapefruit note, and I love when you can actually smell grapefruit and citrusy scents rather than just like a mixture of citrus notes, because grapefruit smells very distinctive and you can smell grapefruit in this, absolutely. This is also, it's got a really nice rhubarb in this that's tart but not so green leaning, because I know rhubarb isn't everyone's favorite. I don't get any watermelon. I was wondering about that note because it did seem a little bit out of place. It doesn't smell fruity, actually. This fragrance smells very citrus, tart heavy. That's why I feel like it could easily be an Acqua di Parma. It could easily be, especially like the blue Mediterranean line, it could fit into that so well. All right, well, it was a very good deal. I love the bottle. I feel like it's going to cut through heat beautifully, and I might decorate the back with its stickers if I'm feeling fancy, but keep an eye out on your sales rack at your Marshalls TJ Maxx Winners, because that might be going on sale and I think it's worth picking up for a summer frag. Okay, and I've saved the ones I'm most excited for, like my favorites for the last two. I'm very nervous because they are the ones that are the most likely to go wrong or oh so right, but they were also on the extra sale rack. So I don't remember how much this one was, but this is for Furiosa by Fendi. I've been seeing Fendi, I see Fendi show up every so often at those kinds of stores, but I've never seen Furiosa, and I've always wanted this one from Fendi. I've always wanted it, honestly, because of the bottle, because I have no idea what it smells like, and I can't explain it because I'm not usually this way at all with bottles, but there's just something like appealing in its ugliness. I'm just 100% for it. Like, whoever designed this, we were on the same wavelength. Not that I would ever want my fragrances to look like it. I just vibe with it, and it's weird to explain, but this is what it looks like. This is the 50 ml. It's so little. I was expecting it to be bigger, but yeah, this is the 50 ml. I can't explain it, you guys. I feel like you either get it, that this is aesthetically pleasing to you, or you don't. And to me it is. So I've always wanted to pick it up. Note-wise, it's a risky one for me. Pink pepper, bergamot, wallflower, which I had no idea that was an actual flower. I literally thought that was just like a thing within a saying. Gardenia, jasmine, amber, gaiac wood, and incense. So it's a toss-up. I feel like it could be, and I want to try to avoid CK Summer. It could be nice, but then it could be totally pink peppery, and I have no idea what wallflower smells like. It looked like a yellow, almost a sunflower when I looked it up. But anyways, this is Furiosa by Fendi. It's a long awaited, so let's discover it. Oh, okay, let me spray some more. I've sprayed it in an awkward place. Now, I don't hate it, but this is gonna give me a beat. This is gonna take me a sec because it's definitely woody and incensey and peppery without being sweet. I would have hoped that the flowers and maybe even the amber brought a level of sweetness to this, and I'm not smelling it, but the other notes could smell way, way worse, so I'm just torn. I'm really torn. This isn't an immediate love, but it's also not a hate. Like, I really feel intrigued by this. I don't know. I don't know if it's the gaiac wood or the pepper. I want to blame it on the pepper, but something is keeping me from loving it or from liking it. Let's be honest. Okay, well, we'll let that one rest. It does smell quite woody and peppery. I don't really get any jasmine. I don't get any gardenia. I don't really get florals. Like, if they do, they're very dark. Like they're very, yeah, I don't know. That one's Furiosa by Fendi. We will give it a beat, but for right now, it's not looking the best for me. Right, and the last one, but definitely not least, is the one I'm most excited about. But it's also the one I'm most nervous about, because this is the one that I'd actually heard that this Bond No. 9 fragrance was making the rounds at like Winners, Marshalls, TJ Maxx stores. And the reviews are bad for this scent, and the notes aren't my vibe. And usually Bond No. 9 fragrances show up for like between $89 to $99 when they're at Marshalls. But this time it was double on sale, like it was on the sale rack. So it was down to $65. And for $65, I found it really difficult to leave it behind, I'll be honest. The bottle is so cute, like the colors are so girly and nice, and I wanted to love it, you guys. There's a real chance that I won't, because the notes, which let me read for you, are rhubarb, pink pepper, lily of the valley, rose, patchouli, raspberry, and amber. So out of all of those, rose and amber are the only ones I like. Oh, I like rhubarb, but I just know, like, I'm very much prepared more than ever for this to be kind of a dud. But $65 for a Bond No. 9 fragrance, like bottle alone, it's my vibe. So I felt foolish leaving it behind, but let's see. Actually, I will spray it on my palm here because I don't want to mix it too much. Oh, here, maybe I will also spray it on this piece of cardboard. Okay. It's way better than I thought it was going to be, whilst still not being amazing. This reminds me of a scent I already own, and I need to find it. It should definitely be in a dupe video, because it has, while I know it's not in the notes, it has a very peony pink pepper vibe. Oh, it smells like Peonia Nobile. Oh, it's not on here. Yeah. I mean, I do have to do a comparison, but Peonia Nobile by Acqua di Parma, it's definitely giving off those vibes. That also has rose, and it also has pink pepper. It doesn't have peony. I mean, this doesn't have peony, but I smell a lot of that in here. I don't really get rhubarb the way I'm familiar with it. It's a bit peppery and tart, but I think that's really more of like the rose pink pepper vibe. I don't get any lily of the valley, but there is a soft patchouli there for sure. Maybe raspberry, but I don't get any amber. There isn't really a warmth to this. The same way with Peonia Nobile, honestly, and it's one of the reasons I don't like it, but I have very low expectations for this. This is a scent, of course, I can wear. It's not going to be my favorite. I do need to do a comparison to Peonia Nobile, just in case I'm remembering it wrong, but this is Bryant Park. I don't even know if I said it. It's Bryant Park, Bond No. 9. Color-wise, what a vibe. And it is in the 50 ml actually, so it's not even in the 100 ml. And I don't know if my other ones are 100 or 50, but anyways, for $65, I was really happy to pick it up. And now let's put them in order. All right, so I've put the 7 in order, and this is why you need to stick around to the final order, because as I was resmelling them, now that they've had a beat, I've taken a beat, they've like warmed up on the skin, there are some definite changes in the mix that I wasn't expecting. So, and some things I was expecting. So we'll start with the worst and we'll work our way up. The one I'm struggling the most with is Furiosa by Fendi. It didn't really sweeten up on my skin. It didn't warm up. It's pretty pink pepper heavy. It's pretty peppery in general. and nothing is there, in my opinion, to balance it out. Granted, I have tried a lot of fragrances today. I'm smelling them back to back. You guys know the drill with these hauls and first impressions. Things could change, and I feel like fall and winter is the time for it to really shine. So we'll see. Bottle-wise, I don't regret at all, and I'm really happy to have found it on a deal. But it's the one I'm struggling with the most. In, I guess, 6th place, I put Bryant Park. It's actually surprised me though, because this and the 5th could be almost interchangeable, if not that this is a little bit heavier. This kind of smells like Peonia Nobile to me, and ever since that, I feel like it's just such a rose, pink pepper, peony scent to me that it's a nice one. Like, I don't know why it's getting flamed in the comments, but I do understand, or the reviews I should say. I do understand, because if people bought this full price, I'd be pissed too. Again, I don't know about performance power or anything like that, but there are 1,000,001 rose, peony, black, like pink pepper fragrances out there, and you definitely don't need like a niche expensive one. But if you can find it for $65 and you like rose, peony, black pepper, or pink pepper, go for it. In 5th place, actually, maybe surprisingly, I put Bvlgari's Rose, what is it called? Rose Goldea. Upon further reflection, it just got a bit too been there, done that. I like these, but do something new with a rose. This really is a safe office fragrance, and that's it. And that's kind of all it will be. And it's more wearable to me because it doesn't have that peppery kick that Bryant Park has, but it's like a mini step forward. Really, looking back, I think I was consumed with the good deal, but unless you're looking for an inexpensive, travel-friendly rose, I'd probably skip that one. Then in 4th place, CK1 Summer. I actually really like this. I think it's a bit off-season, obviously, and it genuinely is reminding me of a lot of Acqua di Parma fragrances, but I mean, I love those, and honestly, the bottle's a vibe. I'm certainly gonna wear this, and it's infinitely more interesting, in my opinion, than Rose Goldea, so it jumps forward. Now, this was surprising, but honestly, I came back to it, and in 3rd place, I have to give it to Love Unfiltered. It really mellowed out. This, I will say, the initial spray is a bit alcohol-y, and it takes a minute. It takes a minute, or it takes a beat. But then it just smells clean in a much more approachable way than Twin by Azzaro, and I liked it. It kind of smells musky. It doesn't smell like that sour fruit smell that either the pink or the blue, I'm not sure, but those I wouldn't recommend. And it's nice. I mean, again, if you can find it for a deal, I really do think at least the white one is worth it. And I guess it just got lucky that there were other fragrances in this haul that I wasn't really a fan of. So it made its way to top 3. In 2nd place, I'll give it to Le Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I love this one. I will 100% wear it. I love Ultra Male. I love this. Jean-Paul Gaultier in general really has like never ceased to be my vibe. I would say Scandal is the one I don't like from all of his fragrances that I've tried and owned, and I still even own that. So yeah, I definitely am apparently a fan of the brand. And in 1st place, very shockingly, at the beginning, I didn't think it would be, but Rosewood by Banana Republic, I think I'm giving it my stamp of approval, has earned its hype. It is an inexpensive gem. It is just unique and interesting enough while still remaining wearable. And I 100% recommend, do not make my mistake and wait around. If you see it, pick it up. So I hope you enjoyed this very huge haul. I hope it was worth it. Blood, sweat, and tears aside, let me know in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try. I love to hear from you guys. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you next time. Bye.